good to see. I'm excited to get to this film. A lot of tackling in there, a lot of realistic game situations to watch our guys perform in. A quick reaction to the practice would be that Tony Burnett played extremely well, and actually we only have him for a little bit of time today because the hours are allotted. He also has track today as well. So it's good to see. I think that move's making us better. Him playing out at corner. Kel Roby still shows up, just taking his game to the next level. And on offense, obviously, you can feel the difference when you have a dominant receiver and when you don't about your offense. So when Robert's out here, we're a lot different than when he's not.
The last play of practice, Randall Telfer made a nice catch and run into the end zone. How's the battle gone among those young tight ends for that second spot?
Yeah, it's there's three guys that have a lot of potential there. All three guys signed in the same class, with Christian being the one that didn't redshirt and the other two redshirted. So it's one of our few positions like that. It's a great problem to have, obviously. Nobody's really jumped out ahead of the other two. I think all three are different. All three will probably play at times, I would think, because they're very different and can do different things.
Is it just one position, or are there like two positions that they play?
Yeah, there's two positions. There's a Y and what we call an F. And the F moves around a little bit more. That's where Jordan Cameron played for us last year, and that's really not what Xavier does. He's a Y, but the other two can play F.
Is there any possibility that one of them might eventually move to like a tackle or an offensive line?
No, we thought at one point that may happen with Xavier, even though he won because of his size. I believe he was about 265 last year. I think somebody mentioned that he was 245. So I don't think it's going to happen now. I did think it was probably going to happen just about over the future. Everybody ended up getting through the contract, just like Charles Brown wants to. He obviously doesn't want to do that. But it's good. It's good to have a physical tight end like that that can help us in the run game as well.
How different is it for a coach to approach knowing you're going to be hitting and you're going to be live as opposed to how you had your coach last year? How different is that?
Well, I think it's good because it takes a lot of the guessing game out. Last year, we had to guess so much on who was going to play well once we got to the real games. And so as we go through the spring and even more in the fall, when we get guys helping and have some 23 or 24 new guys, will allow us to do that more often. And that obviously gives us a lot better evaluation on players, and it allows them to improve on realistic situations.
Last year, Dylan Baxter was kind of like a human highlight reel. It doesn't seem like that's quite been the case this year. How would you assess how he's done so far?
Yeah, I think Dylan started off a little bit slow this spring, and he's had two really good practices, last two practices, and so we are improving him as a running back. We're not doing as much outside with him as we were before. To really improve him on the small things of being a running back, being a tailback in the backfield, and he's running better. He's trusting his speed more. Obviously, he's not a long speed guy. He's not going to hit a lot of home runs because of that, but that doesn't mean he's got to cut back all the time and try to make every play really big. So he's improving over the last two practices.
And what about in terms of being more mature, responsible, those kind of things?
Yeah, he is. I'm not near as many issues, and it's still a growing process. Guy's still in his freshman year of college, and, but it's good to see him maturing, as a lot of these guys do. Majority of them do. Sometimes they don't, and they end up not being there, for the long term. But most of the guys do. He's not the first guy to come in and make mistakes, unfortunately.
Are you encouraged by what you're hearing about Armand?
I don't know. Basically what we've been told is he's been cleared to lift and do some running, and there's still going to be a process here. So I don't know that it was. I don't know if it was either way. It's kind of right. It was kind of in the middle somewhere.
So a couple other defensive linemen, Christian and Wes Horton, seemed like they were doing some stuff over on the other field there. Are they going to, by the end of spring, are they going to be back to full go?
Yeah, we think so. We think we're going to jump them up even more next week and put them into some team drills next week.
Would you say today was Jesse Scroggins' best day?
Yeah, I would. I think that you guys saw the performance, was probably his best day, but in the huddle was his best day. Commanding the huddle and getting the plays called right, protection. So obviously really good to see because he has a lot of talent.